Good morning, dear friends. New day, new beginning, and the opportunity to progress. Here we are in this new day when we on earth think about Jesus' resurrection. What is this? In Spiritism, we talk about Him showing Himself in the spiritual body, right? He didn't come back in the flesh of the physical body, but the spiritual body. Jesus comes to tell us about immortality, right? Today it's Easter. And what does it mean? Easter should be every day. It should be about renewal. Emmanuel, in the book Dawn of the Kingdom, he says to us in chapter 8 that we should look at Jesus to renew ourselves, especially in difficult times. So he's going to tell us, and I'm opening right here. It is saying to us, hold on, just escaped again. Okay, opening again. He shows in chapter 8. It says, let us learn to see. Sorry, friends, because I'm on the phone and the file just escaped. 1 second. It's opening. Opened. Let us learn to see in the supreme realities of the spirit, so that offense may not become an anesthetizing obstacle to our energies on the spiritual path. Isn't that true? That we feel when we feel hurt, we stop and we take the risk of staying there for centuries. In mediumistic meetings, we're going to see just that. The many stay in that same mindset year after year. Today, you and I are being invited to renew ourselves. Easter is about hope. Easter is about optimism, about ourselves. So, Jesus taught us that what others did was not towards him. He was not going to be paralyzed, stopped in time, because these people did this, that people did that. He continued loving and working because, first of all, he did not take offense. When we take offense, it is a sign of our pride. How can this person do this to me? Why? You were the king or the queen of some place? If God, the Almighty, is allowing this person to do this, who are we now to avenge? People who take offense usually are very good at avenging. They may not avenge physically or verbally, but they avenge in their minds and in their feelings. And in the book Genesis by Kardec, chapter 14, we learn about photography of the thought. Kardec says in textual words that when a man is thinking about killing someone, he is actually 50% there. Because when we think, we mold the energy field, the universal cosmic fluid, says Kardec, as if we had hands in our minds, molding, creating thought forms, images. And the more we think of this, the more it materializes. So when we see people committing atrocities, crimes, they have thought about it way before they actually executed it. And the same is true for good works. Before good works happen, it all begins. Always, good works always begins in the mind. But not only our mind, in God's, and then the superior spirits. And then because we are of goodwill, we connect, and that wonderful idea will manifest in the physical realm. But if I go home and I only cherish thoughts of devalue, self detriment, lack of self-esteem, what's going to happen? My health will show it. Instead of beautifying myself, spiritually speaking, I will become like a prune. I'm going to be mush, spiritually speaking. So today, it's about the victorious self. It's about winning over ourselves. Stop the mental battles with other people. And let us harmonize our mental field today by being inspired in Jesus, who by the cross forgave everyone, saying, Father, forgive them, for they don't know what they are doing. And 3 days later, he shows up to a woman, Mary Magdalene, reminding us that it is in our inner feminine that hope is going to grow strongly. Let us raise our thoughts in prayers and gratitude to the one and only Jesus Christ. Master Jesus, in Mary Magdalene's faith, we rebuild and reinvent ourselves today, visualizing your merciful presence, cleansing our minds and hearts from hundreds, thousands of years of holding grudges and never recognizing our own responsibilities in the happenings of our lives. We were reborn yet again, and in this reincarnation, God, in His supreme love, gave us our parents that we needed to balance ourselves. So we thank you for supporting us in this learning experience since our birth, before our birth, at every reincarnation on earth, since you're the governor of earth. And throughout this life, the daily invitation for renewal. May we never become paralyzed because of others' thoughtless actions. May we instead pray for those who are still hurting others. But today we especially pray for women around the world. For when you showed up in the spiritual body, the so-called resurrection, you chose to first show yourself to a woman, not by chance, but to show to the world that we need, in order to progress, to respect women, our mothers, our sisters, every woman we encounter, and support them in their divine mission as mothers. And may the feminine inside of all of us become strong, solid, in intuition, in service, in loving care. May everyone on earth today invest in inner peace. Thank you, Master Jesus. And so be it. Yeah, we are gonna have to cut short today because in less than, in 45 minutes, we're gonna be at the Spirit Side of Virginia with another program, therapeutic, educational, the best that Spiritism can give us the opportunity to reflect together about our immortality, this inner resurrection. Thank you, friends, for being here with us, especially today. May we renew ourselves, rid our hearts from grudges, and grow stronger and ever more useful in God's works.